So, I'm sure you all know what D&D is. Now, I'm doing a campaign with a few other people, and of course we've retained continuity between campaigns with our characters. So, I had an unbreakable plate from a mansion in a previous campaign, as well as dimensional scissors or whatever they're called that can cut through anything. So, what if I made an unbreakable sword? So, our goal in this video is to achieve this. Step 1 is A, adhesive, or B, something sticky, ugh. Or C, some sort of fusion spell and or tool. Now, this campaign takes place on the sea, so I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but let's get into it head first. And if you see this, Jones, you can't say shit or stop me. And if my party sees this, you must help me. Let's go! Elvin water on the blade.
Now, welcome. So as you guys are, kind of wandering, you stumble upon Smuggler's Wharf, bustling tourist hotspot and market town in the Coral Coast, where you can buy anything or lose it just as easily.
Hey guys, this is like my hometown.
It's very, very familiar.
Now,
I don't see anything.
I will say this: you don't see anything.
Like, are we supposed to be looking at a waterfall?
Reload your game star.
Anywho, you all, you notice that she then says that the daughter, she says, "Hey, and I remember having these. Have any of you heard of a ship called the Tipsy Pearl?" Now, I will say this: the only ones who know about the Tipsy Pearl, I'm going to say, are the Wave Chasers. Ergo, Cork and JT. You know that it is a ship owned by the legendary Captain Cuttlewash.
I mean,
So Cork,
it's like a ship owned by the legendary Captain Cuttlewash.
Well, I got this. It's tickets for a 2-day cruise on his ship, because he's coming out of retirement.
Hold on, who's speaking? Just asking.
Holy shrimp!
And I will give one to each of you.
How did you get your hands on those?
She did.
Who is she?
The daughter.
Oh,
the girl.
Oh, her. Okay.
And your party has scored a ticket to a 2-day cruise hosted by one of the region's most famous residents, Captain Hector Cuttlewash. No one is sure why the storied pirate has emerged from retirement, but the wharf is abuzz with rumors and gossip. The tour will take place on his legendary vessel, the Tipsy Pearl, which is docked nearby. So she then kind of grabs your hand star and she goes, this way, and she leads you to this spot over here. All right, and you then hear the vendors calling out, and they're just all like, hey, over here. Hey, listen, we got some good sellings over here. Hey, no, listen, over here. Come on, listen, hey, we have the good, and they're just, all just kind of chattering and talking amongst themselves. JT, do you do anything?
Let's see, I want to ride that turtle.
Turtle, can you roll me a nature check? In fact, I will have you roll me a nature check.
Let's go!
So the turtle lets you sit on its back. You can tell that it's pretty big, right? But it allows you to sit upon its back.
Can I try that?
No, hold on, Core.
Damn, there's some big ass fucking turtles.
No, hold on.
Bro, that's literally the whole side of that fucking boat. It could literally just turn on its back and kill someone, and then kill itself in the process.
All right, hold on.
Now, do y'all want to ask around, or do y'all want to not do anything?
Real
you
quick.
want to ask around?
Jones, can I sharpen my unbreakable plate with the undiscerning since, well, it's unbreakable, and I feel like something normal probably wouldn't even sharpen it, but I have a scissor who can cut through anything.
So why do you want to sharpen it?
My reasons, my personal reasons that I cannot reveal.
Fucking chucks it like the fucking fucking Captain America ass shield just fucking boom, right into the wall.
Is that something I can like roll for?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
So you try, and the scissors slip from your hand, and it falls onto the wood dock.
Dang, it could have been a good.
You drop it.
That could have literally been the perfect moment. You dropped it on your foot. Take 1 damage.
I knew that. I thought that was...
Well, see, it's not an epic. If it was an epic, I would have been more creative.
Do I not have it anymore?
Now, no, you still have it. It dropped because you wasn't as accurate.
I'll be trying to roll this again later. Don't worry.
So, do y'all want to walk around and ask around, or do you want to wait until the ship is ready?
I'm riding a turtle with you.
Let's go look around.
Yeah, that sounds more fun.
See y'all later.
Before just waiting.
Bye, guys. Don't do any trouble while we're out.
Don't do anything that I would actually do.
And then you hear the girl say, and what wouldn't you do? So, as you walk up to one of the vendors, you see a man with a twirly mustache.
Oh.
And it is ever so twirly,
fucking
but
frozen again?
No, it's not.
No, we haven't changed scenes. We haven't changed scenes. Eurocastar.
Oh, so we're still at the
We're visualizing. Imagination.
You see a man with a twirly mustache, but it has a lot of colorations as if it was coral and anemone.
Wow.
It was just... And you see me, he goes, well, they're dear friends, and you there, you two seem to be from here. He looks at Quark and JT.
Yeah.
We're still riding on the turtle, by the way.
How's it feel to be back home? How's it feel?
It's like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, honestly, it was nice to be here again.
Yes. So, got anything interesting? And then you see Lily Bella raise the ticket, and he goes, oh, you're going on the captain's cruise. Oh, Captain Cuddlewash coming out of retirement. I once heard that he went to an island that was riddled with beasts, and he killed every one of them. Why, he was listen, he is quite the strong person. Why, if you've been told a lot of him when you were young, you know that he is a legend.
He really is. He really, really is.
So, you excited to meet him face to face?
I don't know about you guys, but you bet I am.
I guess you could say that. I am a little nervous though. Well, not.
Why are you nervous? Could it be because that he once wrestled a big colossal squid and he stabbed it with a cutlass? Perhaps.
I mean, that's definitely a start.
Well, that would make sense. He is very strong. However, I would not doubt it. But he has a first mate. Her name is Tilly. She's very nice, very wonderful, all right? She's been trustworthy. I've only met her the one time. And then she sailed away with Captain Cuddlewash as if nothing ever happened. Although I've never really seen Captain Cuddlewash face to face. He's always been kind of a figure that's always just kind of been on his boat. Or ship. There be a difference. A ship can carry a boat, but a boat cannot carry a ship. There be a difference. So, what can I do all of you for?
Can we just get on the ship?
So,
is there a place we can stay before the ship comes in?
Oh, there's a lot of places around here, although I think I see the ship coming in now. And you guys look, you spin around.
Damn, that shit looking nice.
Whoa.
And you see it.
What the fuck am I supposed to be saying?
A ship. But then I will say this, Quark and JT, everyone, you know this, and you hear everyone singing this, which is to the tune of Wellerman.
Yeah.
The finest ship in all the world. Captain Cuddlewash took the wheel and steered towards his prize.
The treasure of the Spiros Isle.
Treasure of Spiros Isle. He tamed the seas and made it to the treasure of Spiros Isle. Spiros Isle was a deadly land with beasts and monsters close at hand. They slayed the crew, but the captain drew his blade and cut them down. Treasure of Spiros Isle. Treasure of Spiros. As you see it, this is the ship. And you see it sailing in. As the ship pulls in, hold on. And so you see them. Long story short, do you guys wish to board the ship?
Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So JT, do you have anything to say about this? I will say that specifically JT and Cork, you've only heard of this ship in legends. You've only ever heard of it, but now seeing it in person is a whole other thing.
Listen, I'm just gonna say, I hope this ship takes us beyond and even farther than that, if possible. I want this ship to last as long as it can.
Yeah, you said it, man.
You see the man that you spoke with earlier, and he kind of leaves his vending thing behind, and he, his little stand that he was at, and he approaches JT and Cork and Silver.
Yes.
Cork.
What?
I'm here.
So he approaches all three of you. I would say Star, but she's not here.
Don't say shit.
Right now. And he says, that be the Type-C Pearl. That be her, I believe.
She's much bigger up close.
Oh, I know. Why, do you remember his tale of Spiros Isle? What he done on that isle, I tell you what.
Yeah, it was really impressive. Gotta say, I still wonder what happened, or how exactly was that island before he was there.
Oh, that island. It was legend to have gold and riches beyond your wildest dreams. As if it was El Dorado, only smaller. It's
El Dorado.
It was a fabled island. But then, who caught his eye? It caught his eye. It caught the captain's eye, and he said, "You know what? I'm going to take that. I'm going to take it hold." And he was really wanting to take the treasures that was beneath her hold. And so, he went to the island, and I'm sure you know of his song, The Treasure of Spiros Isle.
I sure do, and a catchy one it is.
Oh yeah, I was singing my whole way through it.
Pretty nostalgic tune, won't lie.
Yes.
It was so good.
Huh?
It was so good.
Yeah.
I nearly fell over. Who's Joshua?
Well, see, Joshua was JT.
Okay.
And he said, "Why, how old were you when you first heard of his tales?"
I mean, I've been here for a while, so I think the youngest I've heard was probably like 2. Crazy that I remember that far back, but
I wish I heard it as long as that. I think my first time was 4 years old.
Since you were 4. Well, all I will say is this. Long story short, what ended up happening was they're just talking with the guy.
Can I search for something like an arm brace?
What do you mean arm brace?
Like something that I can use to brace my arm or hold it, or even if it's just like a platform that I can lay my arm on.
Yeah, why?
Okay. Do I have to roll for perception?
What are you doing it for?
I don't know.
He just has a bad feeling. He needs to brace himself.
The ship's not going to come crashing in.
Okay, well, I want to go brace my arm.
Okay, well, I'll allow you to brace your arm against the dock.
Alright, sweet. Now, can I look around for something like, I don't know, adhesive, like glue or tape?
Are you trying to glue your arm?
No. Much worse.
Takes out meat, fucking wraps that shit in fucking tape.
So, yes or no? Can I look for tape or adhesive?
I'll say,
I mean, you have more friction, so hell yeah.
I'll say, as you are all doing so, you look up and you see her.
And it's frozen again, isn't it?
Holy shrimp!
Oh my God.
And she says, "Ahoy! You coming aboard?"
This is
So
this is Yang Point from.
Oh my gosh, it's actually really hot. Next question.
So she then says, "What be your names?"
My name is Star. You can call me baby anytime.
And who's that? She says as she points to the little girl.
Can be your daughter if you think about it.
Are you trying to? Oh my God!
I think you're being a little too forward here, Star.
Roll for seduction.
Well, she says, "Well, my name is Tilly, first mate to Captain Cuttlewash."
Ah, your first mate? You look a little too hot to be a first mate.
I'd rather you be my mate.
And she says, "So, may I see your tickets to board this captain's cruise?"
I hand over my ticket and caress her hand softly as I put it in her hand.
I wave my hand holding the sea ticket.
And as she looks at all of them,
All right, wait. I haven't given her mine yet.
Wait, can I roll for seduction, please?
Oh, this is a crazy start.
you roll for charm.
Yes.
Star. Really?
This is the time. Look at her perfect body and everything.
You
Fuck.
didn't even wait to do anything on the ship.
It was frame 1.
All right, Tilly.
I'm gonna fail this. Something tells me I'm gonna fail this. You made it super hard.
All right,
So
Tilly was it?
So she hands you back the ticket, and she says, "Keep it till after the voyage."
Yes!
That's not a good thing.
Oh yeah, I know.
Like, yes!
And
Why is it not?
That just means I'm being annoying enough. Did I get it? I didn't see what I didn't see what my outcome for the impossible roll was gonna be.
And so she leads you all on board, and she says, "Well, listen, I'm pleased to have you all on board, and I hope you will love this ship. You may have heard of it in tales, and I will say this:
girl, let me love you. Fuck.
You'll meet the other passengers at the welcome banquet. It starts in 1 hour. I will ring the ship's bell whenever it's all ready. You can stow your belongings in your shared cabin, a plain room with it's a couple bunks, but it's just the one room. And we have 3 floors that you can explore. There's the cargo hold down in the hull, the passenger cabins where you'll find your room, and then the captain's room. It's underneath the rear quarterdeck. However, the captain's room is off limits,
Man,
as he keeps that locked.
Aw. Are we gonna have to find a key or something?
And then she leads you to the main deck. So what do you all do?
All right, so Tilly was it?
And I will say this: you can do stern. You can speak with some of the crew. You can go to the passenger cabin, or try to go to the captain's quarters.
Can I go try and trade with people?
Trade? So you want to speak with the crew?
Yes, I would love to see if they would like some gold for anything they just don't want, really.
Well, they don't have a lot. They're just a crew.
I'd like to see what they have to offer.
So you approach one of them, and you see a older man, and he has kind of a scraggly beard as you see him, tying up a lot of knots. He's like, what?
Mumbling incoherently.
What do you want?
Say, old man, you old skank, do you have anything of interest, like anything at all that you don't want or want to get off your hands?
I wouldn't call them skanks if I were you.
Oh, I said it playfully. Don't worry.
I still want that other girl. I can make her love me. Fuck.
We don't know how. But the thing is, though, when we don't know how they could react. Maybe playful.
Fair.
Hey, Star, check your DMs.
I'm afraid. I see where you're going with this. I like where you're going with it. All right.
Yeah.
We're going on a whole ass side quest. All right, what do we need? Just type it down. Don't say anything.
All right, so...
I can't leave the Fable Crafter. It starts fucking up.
All right.
I'm back, so you were saying?
Okay, so, you fine old gentleman, is there anything you don't want that you would like to trade for gold, per se? Anything?
What do you mean?
Anything you'd like to get off your hands. Anything at all. It could be garbage.
Anything in my hands stays in my hands. I ain't giving you nothing.
Roll for charm. Hey, you got tape?
Are you asking if he has cake or a cape?
Tape.
Why are you asking if he has a cape?
No, tape.
Oh, tape.
Did I get it? How bad did I do?
You rolled it. It was a success.
It tells you. It should.
Yeah, it's not showing me what the fuck I'm doing.
You can check.
Okay, you can also click on the game log. If you click on what looks like a chat box.
Log.
Oh, okay.
It says charm roll success. So he says, well, the best I got is some tape. No, he said, well, best I got is some rope. It's kind of itchy rope, but it's the best I got.
All right, we'll take it.
Take it?
You might.
Take it? Ah, you're too funny. I ain't just gonna give it to you.
I'll give you.
You think
I'll give you 4 gold
here as is?
I'll give you 4 gold.
4? So, can you roll me this? Okay, I'm going to have just everybody roll me this so no one complains.
I've got an idea.
So, Elverin, he then says, listen, you want to know something?
What?
I'm not really, listen. The captain's a bit late on our pay. All right? We're only primarily here because to support his first mate, but our patience be running thin with the captain.
Right. And where are you going with this?
Well,
all I'm saying is that you think 4 gold is what I make or what I would be making if the captain paid up.
Well, no, this isn't what I'm trying to pay you for your job, silly. I'm paying you this for the rope.
Oh, wait. So you want to buy the rope? Well, listen, tell you what, 10 gold, and I'll give you this rope.
Wait a minute.
No.
Yeah, fuck you. Never mind. Thank you. Have a good day.
Hey, I'm just trying to be nice.
Hey. How? Real quick before I ask, how would you address a pirate?
You can address him however you see fit. He's not gonna get offended. He's not gonna say, "How dare you, laddie?"
You see, Swabbler.
Hey, I notice you all seem a little tensed over there, considering how the captain hasn't showed up yet. So how about a little diversion, or how about a little game to distract you?
A game? Maybe we could deal with games later, but we're trying to weigh anchor and get out of here. You'll be the last passengers on board. Yeah. We'll deal with you later.
All right then, fine by me. But you'll be owed. You owe me one by the end of it.
Now what? Now do you want to ask them anything else, or do you want to go deck, or do you want to go below deck to the passenger cabin, or try to go to the captain's quarters?
Can I go speak to someone else?
Yeah, you can.
I was just interested in playing a shell game with the pirates.
Oh, I know, but they're working right now. They're trying to weigh anchor.
Yeah, I get it. They're busy.
Yes. So, JT, what do you want to do?
Ooh, I see a man training. Can I join him?
Where do you see that? Give me a ping. You know how to do that?
Hold on.
Do you mean this
And
guy?
my game crashed again. Oh my god, okay.
Man.
So in the meantime, can I go speak to someone else?
Yes, I don't know who you want to speak to.
Show me that fine lad in the middle there. Kind of right next to the lady. Middle left, kind of middle left.
Show me, and you know how to ping.
Oh yeah, you're right, I do. I forgot that's an option.
Funny, consider.
I was about to say you were the main one spamming it earlier.
Here, let me help. This one.
Okay, hold on. The guy on the left.
One
Okay,
time I
so
did
you
auto
approach
play.
him, and you see him just kind of, looking at the banners and the things, and he's like,
The fuck am I supposed to be looking at? I literally crashed, restarted, and then
it's a
nothing.
ship. It's a ship. It's the ship.
Okay.
Alright, so
I didn't change shit.
you seem to know a
Don't
lot
panic.
about these, I guess you could say, flags or sails, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Alright,
He's gay.
alright, so would you have anything
about it.
that you don't need, like tape, rope, glue, banner, anything?
You think I have anything you need?
Anything.
Get lost. We don't have anything here.
Ah, I see, you're scared.
Scared? If I was scared of you, trust me, I'd be walking the other way. But do I look scared to you?
You look
Now, best
scared
get
of
to
losing,
stepping.
so you don't want gold? You don't want gold?
You know, if you were a stowaway, I would have gutted you on this deck right here.
That's too bad I'm not. I'm welcome here.
Whoa, see, what you're not about to do is threaten my teammates.
I'm not threatening. He's getting in my space, and I said back away, and he's trying
Okay, well,
to...
I'm in your space now, so what's up?
Yeah, I'm in your space too. What the fuck is up?
I mean,
And you then see Lily Bella just kind of walk up, and she tugs on your shirt star, and she says, "Can we just go into the passenger cabin?
I think
I want to lay down."
I think this is Jones signifying that
I will
we've
go
done
with
too
you.
much.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think we should leave them be. It's gonna be bad for us if we get. It's gonna be bad for us if the pirates
Can I ask Lily Bella if she has anything?
It's gonna be pretty
She
bad.
She doesn't have anything.
Damn it! Wait. Alright, you hear me out, right?
Wait, she can use magic to make glue or something glue paste.
Maybe.
But if you. Also, Elvin, why are you trying to rob the pirates?
What do you mean, Rob? I was gonna trade fair and square.
And so you then hear him say, "Well, listen, if you're here to trade, that can wait. 'Cause right now, we're just trying to weigh anchor. All right? We're currently working. You don't see me coming to where, you residate and go, hey, can you help me out? Hey,
I would love it.
What's your wares? Don't bother. Listen, don't bother me. I'm trying to get this done so we can leave on time. It's the captain's orders.
Alright,
Can I
sir.
roll
Have
for
a.
agility to run inside?
Run in?
Like to the cabins, Just
To the passenger cabins?
yeah, just to
You don't need.
I know I don't need
you don't
to, but I want
need
to. I want to.
I'm going. I'm
So
also
meaning that you
going.
want to risk tripping. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna rate.
Oh, I have to
I'm gonna roll for it.
Same roll.
And we run it full blazing into the passenger cabin.
Exactly.
So
Hell
you'll
yeah,
both
I wanna roll.
sprint, and you all eventually make it to the passenger cabin.
taking this one. Taking the beds.
Now, I will say this. You notice a singing seashell, a framed portrait, a wooden bowl, a traveling trunk, and a sealed envelope.
Now, real quick, going off my environment, can I clip away some of that? Like, can I tear off some of that bedding? Just a little bit of that sheet?
For?
To have it.
Yeah, you can. However, that would mean that you are desecrating this room, and unless you do it in a way that doesn't, make it obvious that you are, then that would make it illegal that you are tampering with his stuff.
All right. So can I roll for improvise and trip?
Actually, no, yeah.
And then fall and grip it.
I think that's a bad idea.
Is that not improvise?
It is improvise. However, even if it was on accident, the fact is that you still messed with the thing. And accident or not, he would still have you pay.
Wait, are we not supposed to be in here?
No, this is a cabin. This is one of the passengers.
Then, we sleep in the bed, then, I feel like...
Yes, but you don't sleep so hard that you rip it.
No.
And you think that these are sheets that are as thin as a picnic tablecloth.
I have scissors. That can cut through anything.
Are you really gonna try to cut the cloth in there?
Well, again, as I said, if you steal anything, that could be used against you at any point during the voyage.
Yeah.
So it's do you want to do it now? You can still do it. I'm just saying, do you want to do it now? Because it's a 2-day trip.
Please contain your role.
Hold on. So that is.
We don't need to. We don't want to get on the bad side of the pirate crew.
You are right.
We really don't.
You are right, Yang. Now, I just want to know: does that rug go under the bed?
If you look at it, I don't think it does.
Oh shit. Okay.
But like I said, one of here are some things that you can interact with: the singing seashell, the framed portrait, the wooden bowl, the traveling trunk, or the sealed envelope. Like I said, it is in fact sealed.
This would be a great time for. I don't see any reason why we'd be fighting anything. So how about I drink some bitters of mirth.
The happy juice?
Just a couple drops, so I gotta get I don't know, 10, 20 minutes.
So you don't want to investigate any of the things here?
Shit, I mean, they can. I want to drink some bitters of mirth. I fucking, I paid for this, and I kind of want to use it. Just a little bit of it.
Sure.
All right, so
I want to see that bowl.
So you approach the bowl, and you notice that this is it's a carved wooden bowl, and it has been filled with water of some kind and placed on the floor.
Sorry.
I don't see a fucking bowl here.
No, I'm not. There. Just use your imagination. There is a bowl. It is just on the ground.
All right.
I would
I understand.
venture a guess that it's over
bowl
here.
Looks ugly.
But again, it is on the ground, and it has water in it.
This is a fucking ritual.
Can I drink that bowl?
Can I drink that bowl? I look at the bowl and I go, huh. This is some type of ritual. Time to turn around and look at the singing shellfish.
While she's doing that.
You look at the singing seashell, and do you put it up to your ear to where you can hear it?
I put it close enough to my ear.
So as you put it up towards your ear, you hear Spiros Isle.
What?
You hear the shanty in the background. I'm playing it right now. If you all had up your music.
I do hear it, but I'm like, how? Does not have that word.
It's the singing seashell.
Are we able to take this, or do we have to leave it?
You can take it.
Oh my god, I want to take it. I want to be as
take-
annoying as fucking possible.
Can I take that envelope then? after reading what's inside.
Hold on. The envelope is sealed.
Shit.
You don't and you don't know if it is yours or not, but you can open it, but then it will have been tampered with.
Shit. So that's like the same as messing with like sheets then.
But I will say this, hold on. So you want this the singing seashell? Who wants it?
Let's not have it. Or they can roll them to see who gets it.
Alright, I'm probably not gonna see what my fucking results are, but okay.
Wait. Who said it? Started and Quark. Did you say you wanted it?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
Dude, take the fucking bowl. That shit's part of a ritual. I just have a feeling.
It may or may not be, or it could be for a pet that you don't know about.
It's for Lily Bella, obviously.
Yes.
Star, you got it.
Okay!
Can I...
Bribery for children always works.
So you got it. Now there's the framed portrait.
Let's just take
I'm
a
gonna look at it. So you look at it and you notice that it's a small gilt frame containing a painting of a young female woodlander on a coral sand beach.
It's like you, huh, Star?
Then there's the traveling trunk. You can try to open it.
I wonder what's inside.
Let's do it.
So you open it, and you notice too that it reveals a selection of very, very frilly and colorful clothing, perhaps for a woman. The garments appear new, perhaps recently bought for this trip.
How about 2 outfits, one for me and one for my daughter?
Sure, I'll say that you do. In fact, I will type it in your inventory. I'll say.
Okay, I put a ring on that has a cross on it, and now I can't get it off.
There we go.
I don't think Star is beating the hoarder allegations.
So, what else do y'all do in this spot, or do you look around in the trunk?
Yeah, I am not beating these hoarder allegations. I have 2 full fucking, notes, I think. Yeah, like...
Elverin, are you doing anything with this trunk, or are you just looking in it? Are you looking closely or not?
What's in there?
Is there...
Yeah, I have 2 whole mysterious scrolls.
You notice that inside is a hidden compartment, and it's a pouch containing 50 gold.
Oh, can I rob?
It's only 50. So it's either you split it or you take the entire 50.
5 of us. That's 10 each.
I'll do 20, you do 30.
Okay, that's fair.
Hey, what about us?
Can I roll skullduggery and just take all of it?
You can, I guess.
Okay.
Now,
give me half.
Now, right as you are about to look at the envelope, you hear.
Ooh.
And Star, I just want to ask Jones, are any of them aware I took the gold because I used skullduggery or not?
I'll just say that you snatched all of it. But anyways, like I said, you guys hear this above deck.
Ooh. I think it's time.
So, do y'all head up?
I do.
Let's go.
So you all go, and you see people sitting around the table. All right? And you then see...
Finally. All right, guys, I gotta go. I got a doctor's appointment. I'm literally being called right now.
All right.
But you're...
Anywho, as you all approach, you then see him walk up.
Okay, I'm sorry, but this is like the 5th time the game has crashed today.
You're fine. Hey, you're fine. Listen, we got this. We are muscling our way through this. So
you'll probably not be able to finish everything today.
Might not be able to.
Yeah.
I'll try to open the game one last time, and if I can't, then I'll...
Hey, Jones, I want to ask, is the bitters of mirth sticky?
Why are you asking for something sticky adhesive tape. What are you doing?
I'm just asking.
No, you're not asking because you clearly have a plan. What is your plan?
I can't reveal my plan.
Interesting.
It won't affect your story, though. It won't affect the campaign, like, quest line, though.
Sure. I'll say that it might be a little sticky, but the adhesiveness is not the greatest. It's just very, very slight.
Right.
But, Cork, do you say anything in response to seeing the captain approach?
I am very much in shock and awe in seeing him. Given that he's pretty much the hero of my childhood.
Now, you arrive on deck and see Captain Cuttlewash alongside 3 other passengers. An older female woodlander holding a dog. Hold on, I'll do this. A stylish wave chaser who gesticulates wildly as they talk, and a suited older woodlander gentleman. A banquet table stands to one side, heaped with a bowl of steaming chowder and shellfish platters. Tilly greets all of you.
Academic.
And she says, so, may I take all of your orders for a drink? Anybody?
Okay, Tilly, what is your stickiest item on the menu?
Oh lord.
Excuse me. We don't have anything really sticky here.
No, you don't have honey? Nothing of that sort?
Far as I'm aware, no, not really.
I could really go for fish. Any fish particularly.
Well, yes, but I'm asking you what you all want to drink, not eat.
Oh.
So you're going to drink fish?
Bad. No, of course not. Sorry. Yep.
Okay, if I order some water, can you bring it to me in a paper cup?
I mean, I would. The first thing I would ask are, what are our options?
You name it, we got it. Why, we even have some mulberry mule, or even some coral mopolitan.
Can I?
You get it. It's kind of like cosmopolitan, but it's coral mopolitan.
All right, I tried again. Not gonna work. Oh wow.
Oh.
Just hop on in there, blood.
I believe in you. I would love to go for one of those. The last thing is.
And she says, and you, she says as she looks at Elvern.
Can I get a coral politician too, but in a paper cup?
All right. And then she looks at you, JT, and she says, and what would you like?
Give me a Sprite.
This isn't the U.S.
No, but you said anything.
You know what? I'll allow it.
You said anything.
Hold on. I'll allow it. I will allow it. But it's just, that does not make sense. But all right. I'll just say that in universe, they have a thing called Sprut. All right, spelled with a U-P. No E at the end. It's just called Sprut.
Carbonated with arcane mana.
So they walk it back, and she brings you all of your food. Now you can talk to anyone here. All right. Do you want to talk to the first mate, the crew, the captain himself, Jean de Fuego, Rose Lipsis, or Basil Bristlecone?
Hold on, Jones. You said we weren't eating. You said food. You just said they brought us.
No, you are also eating. No, you are also eating.
What are we eating?
They have steaming chowder and shellfish platters.
Shellfish! Woohoo!
So who do you wanna talk with?
Can I lightly sip my drink while I go to Rose? Not Rose. Fuckity Tuckity and Jean de Fuego, the gay looking bitch.
So you see Jean de Fuego and you look over at him and you see him take a drink and he goes, oh, hello there, and what are you doing here?
Never have I seen it.
Do you have
seen a rope performing before?
What is your purpose for being here, Jean?
Well, the name's Jean de Fuego. You see, I have, as to say, I run a famous variety show performed at the Angler's Rest Tavern, yes. And they are a wave chaser, and they say, well, listen, we have a show called Shanties and Shimmies. And have you heard of it?
No, I have not actually.
Not really familiar with it though.
You have not heard of it?
I'm not from around
I
here,
say,
though. I'm not from around
is
here,
quite
though.
interesting that you have not heard of it. Well, listen, here's the thing. I bought a ticket on this tour in hopes of getting the famous captain to be in my show. You know, I heard he's such a legend.
That makes sense. Now, quick question. Do you have anything of interest that you don't want?
Anything of interest I don't want? Well,
I will buy it off you.
I don't want the tickets that I have on my hand, and I could perhaps sell you something to go to the variety show.
Ah, you sly dog. Anything else? Anything else? If I'll buy that ticket from you if you have anything else.
Oh, I don't have anything else, but you could buy my attention.
Yeah, no thanks.
And then they kind of look away.
Look, he's just trying to get some money. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Well, I don't worry, man. So you can either approach Rose, the captain, the first mate, or Basil Bristlecone. Cork, who do you want to approach?
The captain.
So, the captain is so you see the captain, and he is shabbily dressed in an abundance of rum, has made him unsteady on his feet and very sloppy in his speech. And he says, "Aye, ahoy there, lad. Who might you be?"
My name's Yang Casket, and I've always been a huge fan of you, Mr. Cuddlewash. You've been my childhood hero.
Me, your childhood hero. Well, then you might know of me tale on Spiros Isle. Why, it was a magical island that I discovered, and I fought monsters, and I plundered all of its treasure. However, I lost me dear wife Pearl in the process. That's what I named me ship after.
I see. It's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you both in person. I mean, at least. I extend my hand. I extend my hand to him.
And then he says, "What's that for? You want rum? You want me to give you some rum?"
I just wanted to give you a handshake.
And the whole time you're speaking, he noticed that he tries to, I guess, mess with an object in his vest pocket. And, it's just every now and again he's, just kind of messing with something in the pocket, but you can't quite get a glimpse at it.
Now,
is there something troubling you, Captain?
Troubling? No, I be looking at something. Now, do you want to roll perception to get a closer look at it?
Okay, I'll do it. Yeah, it didn't work.
Bitchin'. So, you don't really see anything, He's just like, listen here, lads. All I will say is this. All of ya, if ye know the tale of the Tipsy Pearl, if ye be knowing, if ye be getting it right, all I have to say is this. Who here knows the Tipsy Pearl Shanty? Who knows the treasure of Spiros Isle?
I mean, we've all heard it earlier this session, right?
Yes.
I mean, I have.
We've all heard it, yes. And he says, have you? Listen, you might not listen. If you know me and my tale, then you'll know this. And then he kind of, raises everybody to kind of sing.
Oh no.
And he's like, everybody! Haha! It all began on the Tipsy Pearl. Although, here's what I will do for you. I will do you a solid, all right? Because I know that majority of you have not listened to it as much as I have, all right? I will do this.
I'm not saying
All
this.
right.
Thank you.
You may not, however, guess who is? We are. The captain looks at all of you and he says, yes, lads. It all began on the Tipsy Pearl, the finest ship in all the world. Captain Cuttlewash took the wheel and steered towards his prize.
The treasure of
Spiro's Isle. The treasure of Spiro's Isle.
Think I can't see shit because of Yank's
Treasure of Spiro's Isle.
Spiro's Isle
was a deadly land
with beasts and monsters close at hand.
They slayed the crew, but the captain grew his blade and cut them down. The treasure of Spiro's Isle. The treasure of Spiro's Isle.
He slashed, he spun, he fought, he won. The treasure of Spiro's Isle.
Keep it going, lads. Captain Spoon struck gold. The captain barely fit the hold. He sailed it home on his own, and history was made.
The treasure of Spiro's Isle. The treasure of Spiro's Isle. Captain Cuttlewash, hero of the treasure of Spiro's Isle.
And he goes, aye, lads. Was that enough for all ye landlubbers?
Yes.
Oh, it's hard to say what it is nowadays. You there? Who are you? He says as he looks at JT. You seem to be a fellow wave chaser such as I.
Oh, yeah. I grew up around these parts. You know, it's been a decent childhood.
Well, then surely you've heard of me, surely.
Oh, no, yeah. You seem like really cool, man. Yeah, and especially considering my game crashed again. My God.
And he then looks at Elverin, and he says, you there, you don't look like you're from round here. Have you come to heard of me, legend?
I have now. I'm also coming to get adhesive.
Adhesives?
Yes,
What do
sir.
you want that for? If you want adhesive off me, you best look the other way, because I ain't giving it to no one I ain't neither speak to nor slept with.
You
So I ain't
don't
giving it to
go.
none of you.
Wow, okay. Damn.
All right, now listen. He is drunk, so can I roll a persuasion check?
Remember, in this game, that would be charm. However, like I said, he is a captain, so it's kind of...
It's right there. Okay, now.
So he says, me? Listen, I ain't giving you nothing, no way, no how there, laddie. So you best look the other way, lest mayhaps I could do something. However, it's my young pirate days. If you remember what I did back then, I was quite the vicious sort.
Yeah, I think you should quit it, Elverin.
Yes, while you're ahead. Now, on with the drinks. And then he starts to, I guess, drink more of his rum, and he kind of does a long belch, and he's like, lads. Now this is a good rum. Yes, I tell you. It be the goodness in me heart. Be the goodness in my own soul. Now, Cork, do you wish to keep talking with the captain, or do you want to talk to anyone else?
I could talk with Bristlecone, I guess.
Okay, so the captain, as you start to I guess look at others, he says, and if you need anything else, if you want to hear more of me tales, you just come on over and I give you a tale. Cause seeing as you're a fan of me work and all.
Thanks for the opportunity, Captain.
Why, maybe even I can show you an up-close look of me captain's quarters. Maybe you would like that.
I definitely I would.
Good. And then as you turn to Basil, this is what he looks like. You know that he's a woodlander.
Hello, you distinguished gentleman.
Oh, yes, I am one, yes. What brings you all here on this ship, yes?
I could ask you the same thing.
Oh, well, I was here. I was hired as the captain's ghostwriter. I have been shadowing over him by the past month, so I can share that I have So I've been, writing on his adventures to make him a biography.
I see. That's really cool, actually. Didn't know. I didn't even know he was writing an autobiography.
Well, when it gets to an age where you don't really care, what happens as to your reputation, and, he slowly stopped becoming, truly a pirate, though. I've been told that he is trying to chart a course back to Spiros Isle, I've been told.
Ooh. He's trying to get back there?
Supposedly, yes. That is what I've heard. Though I don't know as to what he's really been doing.
I see. If you ever plan on writing something about it, you'd have to...
I will say this, can one of you share your screen to JT? So in the case... Elverin, can you share your screen? So in the case that if JT can't squeeze in, we can still control of him.
Can you see it from there, Jay?
Yeah.
But hopefully, JT, you're still, up in this. But anyways, so he then looks at Elverin and he says, "Oh, and what brings all of you on board today?"
I'm here to have a good time. But I was mainly dragged here by my dear friend here, Yang. He seemed to really want to come here, so I agreed. I don't care for the sea that much, but I came regardless.
Oh, well, hopefully you are enjoying your stay. And what of you? He says as he looks at JT.
Yeah?
Oh my god, he wasn't.
What do you say to him?
What do you propose?
What
do you propose?
I'm gonna be honest, I zoned out for a bit. What did he say?
I'm saying that you can ask around. You can ask him.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you want, or you can chat.
Let's see.
You could ask about his latest stories.
Do I want to ask that though?
Like what?
Let me be nice and compliment him. You have very nice hair. Or is there like a? Is that like a charisma roll or like what?
I'm just gonna, let him have it, because you're not trying to charm him into anything. Okay. And he says, "Oh, thank you. It's quite a hassle at times, but I do my best."
I feel that, bro.
The only other person that you haven't talked to is Rose Lipsis and
we kind of talked
and the first mate.
We kind of talked to her when we were getting our food.
But not everyone did though. At least I don't think so.
Yeah, because Star already left by then, and I think you were still having trouble with getting in here.
Was you asking him something?
Can we ask about his latest entry?
You can ask him.
I can see you holding that book over there. What's been the last thing you've been writing about?
Oh, well, see, the last thing I wrote about, I wrote a book called The Book of Constellations, Known Constellations of the Long Meadows. I once wrote that book.
Ooh.
And in case you guys are wondering, that book is actually this book, the one you encountered in Starfall.
Whoa.
Okay.
I feel like I've heard of it before. Really? Must have been quite a piece of work.
Oh yes. The Long Meadows are very interesting. But now looking at all this, the waves are almost just right.
Yeah, you know it.
Oh, indeed. And as that is. Now, I will say this. As the banquet happens, you will notice that Jean de Fuego has pulled the captain aside. But they appear to be having a very heated exchange.
You see? Are you seeing that? Mm-hmm. You guys see that? Am I the only one seeing what's happening over there?
Are they beefing?
Y'all can sneak up if y'all want, but that's a roll.
What? Basil, you see what's happening over there?
Let me sneak up.
John, you want to sneak up? Okay, anybody else?
Yeah, I guess I'll.
Can I?
Elverin.
Can I go look for something like a barrel that's empty or something like that?
Your mic is on in game.
Oh.
But this is the sneaking roll, in case you guys are wondering. This is the sneaking roll.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I succeeded.
Anybody else rolling?
Me, John.
I know.
Okay.
I gave you the
he
roll,
gave
but it's
everyone
not
a roll.
doing it.
Because he's offline, I don't think he can.
Oh wait, that's actually
I
a
don't-
good point.
I guess you'll just have to do the roll yourself, John.
I'll
Thanks, I'm not in the game.
allow it.
Alright.
Anywho, you get within earshot of the argument, and you hear a back and forth of just like a hey, listen, you owe me, all right? I don't know about any of these. And then the captain's like, no, listen, I don't deal with any of that. And then as it goes on and on, you hear Jean spit out as he says, "I'm going to kill you, I swear."
Whoa.
And then they begin to storm back, or rather Jean does. As he starts to storm back, do you hurry back in your seat?
I don't
Yeah,
even have to
got
worry about
that
that. I didn't hear it. but I
Right.
don't have to worry about it.
So you hurry
Not my
into your seat, and you then see the captain, and all of a sudden, you see. So then the captain, he then says, as he places a boot up on the table, "Ye all know the famous shanty treasure of Spiros Isle. Well, I plundered many treasures from that island, but I had to leave a lot behind. Well, it's high time for this old sea dog to return to Spiros Isle and fetch the rest of me loot. Basil here will be accompanying me to write a book of my adventure, and as my biggest fans, the first chapter will be available to you take away from this very tour. So join me in raising your glasses to the treasure of Spiros Isle. There's more treasure to come, lads."
If I die, I will sue you.
Do you raise a glass and drink?
I will raise my paper cup and drink it all, and then put the paper cup in my pocket.
So as you all are drinking, the captain, he takes a swig, as all of a sudden, his eyes go wide, and he grabs his throat, and he's...
Oh, damn.
and he starts to choke. He's like...
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
And then he starts, pointing to his throat to, indicate that he's choking, he can't breathe.
Can I shoot a piece of gold, my fake gold, with my slingshot and hit his throat?
Normally, that's a nature roll to see if you can get behind him and give him the Heimlich. However, you're wanting to do that.
So
I will make that. I got you. Hold on. I'll give you a might roll.
Boom.
So you do so, and all of a sudden, he then coughs up this thing, and you see it's a pearl, but it has some kind of swirling stuff inside, almost as if it's magic. And he goes,
Is that what he was
Thank you,
in his
laddie.
pocket?
"No."
Okay.
I am confirming to you that you don't need to roll, but that is not what was in the pocket. And he goes, "Thank you, lad. I could have died just then."
And you could have. That would have been the end of Cuddlewash's story right there and then. No
That
more
would have
Spiros
been.
Isle.
Well, that would have made the book a chapter too short, huh? Am I right?
Can I roll for that? Can I roll that charm roll again, but like with one less difficulty since I saved his life for that adhesive?
the pearl looks beautiful and all, but who would do that to you? Who could do that?
I don't know about this pearl. I don't know. I don't know. But you're all free to do with it as you please. You're free to do with it as you like.
Ooh. Can I roll culture to see if I know it? Wait, no, that's not it, right? No, that would be
I will say that. No, wait a minute. I will say that. No, that would be spellcraft.
Oh.
Okay, so since Star is not here, I'm taking that for myself.
Okay, so I have no idea. I'm just a dumbass. Now, about that charm roll.
Now, I will say this. If you wear this, you gain 3 power at the start of combat. However, you gain weak, and you get 1 disadvantage die, as long as you have this equipped. So you get a bonus on combat.
Okay, so we get stronger, but you're more vulnerable, right?
You get 1 disadvantage die, meaning if you roll a 1 on that, it'll be a -1.
Oh, shoot.
If you don't want it, I'll take it.
Hey, I asked for it first.
I mean, if we both want it, we have to roll, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, give us a roll, my good sir.
For agility?
I guess, whoever gets it first, Joe.
Alright.
Okay, I think Court might have got it.
A cork. Yang. There you go.
Yes? Oh, yes.
So then the captain, he then looks over at you guys and he says, what would I do if ye hadn't had the tickets to get here?
I would like to ask about my successful charm roll earlier.
You can ask him.
Oh, yeah, right. Excuse me, sir. Do you have any tape or adhesive?
Adhesive?
Yes, sir.
You think I just walk around with my meat just full of adhesive?
No,
but
like
that.
on the ship in general, anything. I mean, I kind of saved your life. That's all I'm asking. Then I'll be out of your hair.
I ain't got much. You think I just have all the things in the world? You think I just be having the stickiest things in the world? Why, you must think me mad.
No,
you
but I
must
do
think of me
you are
having all
the
these things in the
hero
world.
of Spiro's Isle. I figured you'd have something, being the great hero you are, but maybe I was mistaken.
You're not mistaken. I presume you to not do that. I presume you to not make judgments that ye cannot back up there, lad. However, no, I do have something.
Yes?
It's little, it is some sticky sap I got from a thing that I have, but it is a little vial, there's nothing more.
I think this could do the trick.
Yes,
But
sir.
then again, it still makes me beg the question. How did all this happen to you, Captain?
Captain
You think if I knew I'd be here? If I done knew.
Well, I guess that's fair. But would that mean that you think someone in your crew tried to kill you?
Gene. I'll kill you.
Yes.
I'll kill you, Gene.
You think someone in here could be plotting against you?
Listen, let us look at all of this. Let's say hypothetically that if anyone here was a killer, you think that they would have the guts to kill me? To my face, you think that they would have the guts to do that to do Captain Cuttlewash in, to do him in and make him die?
Well, probably not. But if that were the case, then it makes even more sense to why they make you choke on a black pearl.
It was blue, I think.
Why did who make me choke?
Because if they can't take you on close combat, then they could probably resort to a dirty trick.
That is right. Resorting to dirty tricks is the pirate way. That is what we all do. Why, if it was one of me own crew, I'd string 'em up from the mast, and I'd let 'em dangle there for all to see. I'm sure you wouldn't disagree.
Yeah. If anything, I feel that wouldn't be enough.
Why, yes, that is true. And then and then as he kind of, puts his boot upon the table, he then, raises his rum yet again, and he says, "But avast, laddies, we are finally, I call this banquet to a close. If ye want any more seconds, go to Tilly. She'll be dealing with you. However, with that being said, if you would like to retire to your cabins, you're more than welcome to do so."
I would love to.
Very good.
No.
Yeah, without that tension from earlier, I think it's good to call it a day and go back to de-stress.
Yes, that is what I would like to imagine it be. That is what it could potentially be seen as.
All right then.
Hold on, can I pull out my mood ring to see how he's feeling?
Sure.
Because it can show emotion and visual that I can see, and I can very much see him.
So you can tell that his mood is very much that he is eccentric for this treasure that he's after, and it's more or less that he is dwelling on the past that he was almost killed. So he is only looking ahead.
Right. Alright, well, I'm ready to go back to my cabin. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, same.
And Tilly, I will say this. Tilly, she guides you all back to your cabin, all right? And she says, "Will you gentlemen be needing anything else? What about her?" She says as she points to the little girl.
Golly, my mama's nowhere to be found. That's crazy. Star is just gone.
She'll be hanging out with one of our friends at another cabin. If you could help us, could you help us to escort her to Star's cabin?
You are all sharing the cabin.
Oh.
I'll say that there's multiple beds in this one, but this is just one that you're sharing.
Okay. Say, Tilly.
Yes.
Could you take a look at this? And I show her the pearl that the captain was choking on. What do you
Interesting.
What do you think of this?
I don't know. It's hard to say. Hard to get a gathering on it, I must say.
We found it within we found the captain choking on this.
And had you not been there in the right time in the right place, you think he would have died?
Yeah, totally. But it still brings the question: how did that happen? Although I know no one here has any idea about it, but it still makes me curious. I'm still curious about it.
My mom.
Curious. And then as you are all just kind of hanging out, you hear the crew above ground singing the shanty above, on the deck. And she says, "Well, would y'all need anything else?"
Well, nothing besides it. Still, thank you.
Well, hopefully this voyage has been everything your childhood dreams wished of.
Aside from yeah, I can totally say that. Still, thank you for listening.
Hey, no problem. I do my best. And she begins to walk out as you hear the people in the background.
Those guys are Those guys are very vigorous, as they should be.
Now, is that bowl still there?
Yes.
How big is the bowl?
I think so.
It's a decent sized. It's a decently sized bowl. One that is perhaps just big enough, that is good enough for an animal, maybe a pet.
Like to drink out of or to fit in?
You could put a clownfish in there.
Like to drink out of, maybe.
Shit.
But didn't Star say that thing was like from a ritual?
Alright, so listen. Is there anywhere in the room that I could possibly let kind of lodge something in sturdy, like?
What do you mean lodge?
Like kind of shove it in and make it not budge until I want it to.
Shove what?
Anything.
Like the door?
Nothing is.
What are you trying to shove into place?
Okay. Before I shove anything.
Are you trying to sabotage this ship?
No, that is not what I'm doing. Alright, so, can I take my piece of taffy and the sticky sap, empty out the bowl, put them in, and try to mix them together? Both pieces of taffy and my sticky sap.
Okay, what are you trying to do out of it?
Mix them into a stickier mixture. Taffy is pretty sticky. For sticky mixture, of course, obviously.
Why do you want the sticky mixture?
I want my sticky mixture, damn it.
I think he wants to drink it.
No.
Why would you make a sticky mixture not to eat it? To not consume it?
You'll find out, Quark. You'll find out. Oh. Okay, I think I did it. That very nice. Yes, piece of taffy. Both pieces of taffy are gone. The sticky sap is gone, and now just very sticky mixture. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Sure.
Yeah, think so. Yeah.
Yes, it's coming together nicely. So nice.
Now, what do you do with that?
Now, I will say this. One thing that I will say is that because Star is here, I'll probably put a pause on it here.
That's fair.
All right. But overall, are you enjoying this one so far?
Very much.
Yeah. I like how.
And you see why I said that it's a good one.
Yeah.
At when I thought we were going into a murder mystery sort of thing. Thank God that he's alive. Also, he gave me a pearl.
Mayhaps.
All right. Well, I've certainly had fun going back to my country and seeing my legendary hero.
Eat shit! Die!